Are you ready? Shh. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and listen closely. Because tonight, I'm going to tell you a secret story, one that the moon once whispered to the stars. A story that only comes alive when little ears are ready and little hearts are full of wonder. It begins in a place not on any map, where dreams walk and magic talks. Are you ready? Then let's begin. In the colorful city of Marrakech, where the buildings glow red like clay under the golden sun, and where the air dances with the scent of spices, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Sandrella. She wasn't a princess, nor was she rich, but her heart? Oh, it was pure gold. Her mother, Lala Zara, stitched beautiful caftans with threads of gold, while her father, Si Youssef, sold saffron, cinnamon, and cumin in the noisy souk. Their little home had a blue fountain that sang softly under a fig tree and a tall date palm. In the evenings, the three of them would eat tagine together, laugh, and listen to the wind whisper through the leaves. But then, as time does, it brought sorrow. One year, her sweet mother fell ill and passed away. The house became quiet. Too quiet. To keep Sandrella from feeling alone, her father married a woman named Fatima, who came with 2 daughters, Nouria and Bushra. At first, Fatima smiled sweetly and spoke with honey on her tongue. But soon, jealousy curled in her heart like smoke. She saw the light in Sandrella's eyes and hated it. Then, the winds turned colder. Si Youssef left on a long journey through the desert to trade his spices. Weeks passed, then months, and one morning, a stranger knocked on the door. "Forgive me," he said, "but Si Youssef has passed in the sands." Fatima didn't shed a tear. Instead, she turned her sorrow into cruelty. She made Sandrella sleep near the kitchen in a dark room with no window. She gave her dry bread while Nouria and Bushra wore golden slippers and sipped sweet milk. But Sandrella stayed kind. One afternoon, while gathering firewood beneath the warm sun, Sandrella saw something glinting in the sand. She knelt, brushed the dust away, and there it was, an old brass lantern covered in strange symbols and ancient designs. Curious, she took it home, and when she polished it with an old scarf, the air shimmered. Smoke curled from the lantern, and out of it rose a tall figure. A woman cloaked in a silver veil, her eyes shining like moonlight. "I am Aïcha Kandisha," said the jinnia, "protector of the kind-hearted. You have suffered much, dear Sandrella, and still you have remained good." Sandrella's eyes widened. Before she could speak, the jinnia smiled. "When the time is right, I will come." Then, poof, she vanished, and the lantern was warm in Sandrella's hands. Far away, in the royal city of Meknes, the young Sultan Idris II was searching, not for beauty, but for kindness, strength, and wisdom. His advisors planned a great event, the Festival of the Desert Moon. They sent messengers to Fez, Casablanca, Agadir, even Marrakech. Every young woman was invited to the palace. Fatima dressed her daughters in golden caftans and called the best henna artist in the Medina. But when Sandrella asked, "May I come?" Fatima scoffed. You have no beauty, no worth, stay here." And on the night of the full moon, as the mules pulled the shiny cart away, Sandrella sat alone. Her only light was from the flicker of the kitchen lantern. Her tears fell into her mint tea. But then, she remembered. The lantern. She lit the flame and whispered, "Aïcha Kandisha, please help me." And once more, smoke filled the air. The jinnia appeared, smiling. "Tonight, you will go," she said, "but return before the moon reaches the middle of the sky." She clapped her hands and gave Sandrella 3 gifts: a blue and gold caftan stitched with starlight, a veil of Atlas mountain mist, and 2 gazelle leather slippers, soft as a whisper. Sandrella gazed at her reflection. She hardly recognized herself. "But I have no cart." Aïcha Kandisha raised her hand. From the sky swooped a mighty falcon, Abarid, the desert bird. It bowed its wings. Sandrella climbed on, and the falcon soared across the skies, toward Meknes. The palace was lit with glowing lanterns. Music drifted from every balcony. The air was sweet with orange blossoms. Nobles and maidens danced, but when Sandrella arrived, the world seemed to hold its breath. Even the oud stopped playing. She stepped into the ballroom, and all eyes turned. But it was the Sultan Idris who truly saw her. Not just the shimmer of her veil or the grace of her walk, but something deeper. A light behind her eyes. They danced, they laughed, they spoke about the stars. But time, it slips away when the heart is full. Sandrella looked up. The moon was reaching its peak. She ran, her slippers tapping the marble steps. And as she fled, one slipper slipped from her foot. She didn't look back. The Sultan picked it up, held it close, and whispered, "I will find her." The next morning, the Sultan's guards traveled to every town, and yes, they came to Marrakech. Nouria and Bushra tried the slipper. They squeezed, they cried, they failed. When Sandrella stepped forward, Fatima hissed, "She's just a servant." But the guard replied, "The Sultan said, every girl." And so Sandrella sat, and the slipper fit perfectly. From under her pillow, she pulled the second one. The Sultan came himself, and when he saw her, in simple clothes, her eyes calm and honest, he smiled even wider. He didn't bow like a king, he knelt like a friend. "Will you walk beside me?" he asked, "and guide this land with wisdom?" She smiled and said, "Yes." Their wedding lasted 7 nights. Music, jasmine, lanterns glowing under the stars. But this was only the beginning. As queen, Sandrella did not hide in golden halls. She built schools for poor girls, where they learned to read, sew, and dream. She made sure every village had clean water and full kitchens. And Fatima, Nouria, and Bushra? They worked in the school's kitchen, learning the lessons of humility. And every year, on the night of the full moon, Sandrella lit her magic lantern. She left a bowl of honey and milk by the window for the jinnia who changed her life. And they say that if you walk through the old streets of Marrakech under a full moon and smell rose and saffron in the air, you may hear a soft whisper in the wind, "Do good, and goodness will find you."
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more captivating tales. Your support helps us grow and bring more enchanting adventures to life.